Right, so I happen to be doing some thinking along my travels, and something came to mind just now. Cheers everyone, by the way. According to my calculations, the human heart can actually beat for a short period of time before, in other words, it shuts down, and all of the organs within the body shut down also to go with it. And my idea is to actually, in fact, come up with a furum formula that could actually, in fact, be injected into the physical body whilst the patient is actually still on the intensive support wing, having the machinery to pump oxygen within, the mind, along with the lungs, and in other words, to keep the organs working, as you will. Although technically the person is actually, in fact, considered brain dead, within this short period of time while the heart is still alive, the furum formula that's injected into the physical vessel actually, in fact, kickstarts the human brain. If we can find a formula that actually, in fact, will work, within the little life that the heart has left, we can, as a matter of fact, save human beings from brain death. And I believe wholeheartedly, without a shred of doubt, brain death is actually, in fact, reversible. I'm going to keep digging in here and in here, and I'm going to keep on researching, I'm going to keep on studying. Like I said, I know deep down within my heart, my soul, and my mind, there is a formula out there that hasn't actually, in fact, yet been discovered. And I believe if I can get my hands on this formula and get it out there to the A&E and NHS services, we could potentially save lives, like I said. And the person or persons that have experienced brain death could actually, in fact, come back around from brain death and live life again, with their loved ones. In other words, they get to experience life all over again, and all for the right reasons, biblically, traditionally, might I add. None of this, oh yes, well, we people that follow the world want you to do this, we want you to be this person. None of this crap, You're actually free to think and live for yourself. And I believe, like I said, that there is a cure out there. And if I can get my hands on this cure, it could potentially save a lot of lives, a lot of people from brain death. All I need now are a team of highly trained professionals within their field to actually help me accomplish making this goal a reality. Because I take this extremely seriously. I'm not even messing around, This cause means a lot to me, Because the voice of those that were deliberately failed by the system, that allowed their inner demons, to control their mind, and, they might not be able to speak now, physically that is, but I can. And if I can inspire highly trained professionals within their field to help me upon this journey, then it's going to benefit each and every one of us in the long run, thus including the patients that have actually been clinically pronounced brain dead, Because like I said, the little life that the heart has left, that can actually, in fact, pump the formula within the bloodstream, the blood flow, up to the point where it reaches the brain and it actually reboots the human brain. Now, it could potentially take up to 15-20 minutes for the human brain to fully come back around after brain death. And like I said, I am adamant. I'm not somewhat determined, I'm not a little bit determined, I'm not even a little bit motivated or this, that, the other. I am adamant in here and in here that there is a furum cure, you know, a furum formula out there that hasn't yet been discovered. And I believe, like I said, if we can produce it, we could save lives from brain death later on. And it's going to elevate all of us, you know. The reason being, we get to witness those lives that we've saved, and we get to witness them spend time with their loved ones again and live life all over again from scratch. In other words, they will have no recollection of their past life. They will have no recollection as to who they were or what they were in the past. In other words, their mind would have been rewired somehow. So as the formula furum is actually in fact getting to work, the brain is also regenerating itself, it's re-healing itself. And it's like, in other words, the person becomes a walking canvas, you know. They're just a vessel, they're a temple, nothing more, nothing less. They don't have an identity, because their identity is through Jesus Christ, that so happens to be God the Father incarnate via the Holy Spirit. Now, if anyone of you happen to get hold of this video, by all means get it out there, publish it, share it, you know, to any contacts that you might know that are highly trained within this field, you know, this kind of path, as you will, when involving human life, and get back in touch with me. You know, I would truly appreciate anyone, like I said, that happens to have a brain and a heart bigger than me, that has connections, because then it's going to help point me in the right direction into getting my hands on this formula in order to help give people a second chance at life again. And our reward, our blessing, although that's not the most important thing out of this, you know, it's seeing others live again. We get joy, we get happiness, we get peace, we get gratitude, and we get all of these other fruits of the spirit, you know, by doing work legitimately and morally that benefit other people. And, you know, we're not just getting it from helping other people, rather we're getting all of these things by helping our loved ones, you know, giving them another chance at life. In other words, never jump to assumptions, and I'm referring to the NHS and the emergency services here, that is the accidental, or should I say the accident and emergency services as well. Don't always jump to assumption that, you know, just because a patient is actually in fact clinically proven to be brain dead, there is still a short lifespan within the heart, you know, that is pumping electricity within the body itself. Although the brain has no electrical impulses in order to prove that they're alive, it can actually in fact reboot itself, like I said, if we are able to find a formula, a furum formula, you know, that can actually in fact be injected into the vessel, the temple, like I said, thus actually in fact connecting to whatever little electricity the heart has left, up to the point where it's pumped into the brain, and the brain slowly begins to not only rewire, readapt and re-advance, but rather re-heal and bring the person back around again. And there you have it, folks.